So we made this video talking about Alex Pereira, whatever, his low kick. And I'm saying, like, I thought that he was kicking with the inside of his foot. Whole bunch of people came on and were like, he's not using the inside of his foot. He's using his heel. Oh, he's using his ankle. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let's actually just break down exactly what is happening from these fights and see if this is something that we should absorb and put into the toolkit and start utilizing, or is it something that is way too risky and maybe we just don't understand it enough in order to throw it like this dude is throwing it. Okay, so let's check it out. I don't know how many of you guys are stoked for this UFC 300, but yeah, we're gonna do a little like viewing here at the gym. Pretty stoked. I think there's gonna be some good scraps on it. I'm hoping this fight isn't all wrestling. This was not a good first round for Mr. Pereira. I don't know how to say his name. Somebody tell me how to say this dude's name. Like put it in the comments phonetically. How is his name actually pronounced? Hopefully you can tell me how that word is pronounced, because I don't know, but that's okay. People have been mispronouncing my name my whole life, so they can't get too mad. Although the people in the YouTube comments really like to get mad about stuff. I've noticed that. The more comments we get, the more mad people are. That's funny. I think it's cool how he doesn't turn anything over at all. I think that makes it really hard to see coming. Okay, so I think that was it right there, but it was checked, so we're not going to be able to see exactly what point he would hit with. Hopefully he lands one. Yeah, so his foot is very vertical, right? Like there is zero turnover in the hip. His shoulders are still like this, right? His hips are still like that. There is absolutely no turnover in the kick. So it's like the inside of something. Now I'm not sure if it's like connecting with the foot or the ankle or the heel, right? Some people were saying it's like the heel, which I think that would be interesting. But let's keep going and see him actually land one. Who here knows where his thumb's pointing when he throws his left hook? How many of you guys that were commenting like, oh no, you should always hook like this? Watch this dude's hook. Yep, like that. All right, okay. Bang! Man, I want to be able to like zoom in on that. It really looks like the ankle. I don't think it's the heel. It doesn't look like the heel. And like maybe Jan was like moving in a different way or something, so maybe he was trying to kick with the heel. But the side of his foot is a little too far. It kind of looks like he's kicking with the inside of his ankle, which is pretty bony, right? Like that's pretty bony. Man, that would suck if it got checked though. But people are saying, oh, how are they going to check it? Because there's no telegraph whatsoever. And yeah, you don't have to turn over your hip. It's going to be a lot faster than a regular low kick. You're like just kicking up just about. Really trippy. And let's see if we can find some more of these, because we don't want to just take such a small sample size. We want to be better scientists, right? Oh, there's another one. That looks really like the instep, like the top of the instep though. Not like the side of the instep, like the top of it. And where's he hitting on the leg? Is he hitting the upper portion of the leg, the lower portion of the leg? I said part of the shin and some dude got all upset. The shin to bone doesn't come in parts. Bro, you're a nerd. And it looks like it's lower on the leg. It doesn't look like he's kicking like right below the knee, like right here. Looks like he's kicking like kind of in the mid zone, which I think that's a better idea than kicking higher up, right? Like the closer it is to the knee, I feel like the bone is a lot stronger and denser and wider, right? If you kick lower down and the guy does turn out. I also think there was a whole bunch of people saying like, why would you kick him in the shin? You're not trying to kick his shin. You're trying to kick him in the calf muscle beside his shin. But we got to plan for the worst as well. So what happens if he turns his knee out, turns his foot out, turns his shin out, and then checks it? Okay, well, now you're going to hit the shin. So if the worst happens, what part of the shin is better to hit? The upper part directly connected to the knee, or the lower part that's closer to the ground and the foot, right? Yes, it does come in parts. We need to see at least 5 of these things before we know what's going on. Yeah, he kicked him there. Oh, yeah, that was another one. Man, this dude likes this kick a lot. Yeah, so that's the upper part of the shin. Yeah, and Blankowicz looks like he's like kicking at the same time, so the weight goes on it and the shin is turned out. This is what I would try to avoid. And I think a lot of you are correct here on saying that, well, he doesn't kick as hard as he can. I think that's really important, that if you're going to do something like this, that you don't throw with 100% of your power. Although it's very rare that I think it's good to throw with 100% of your power on almost any strike, right? Because it just leaves you more vulnerable to counters, right? The closer you are to killing, the more vulnerable you become. Yeah, so he doesn't even care about that, and he's going to do it again, like right away. Bang, right? And this is pretty much where I'm telling you to kick. Lower down the leg, closer to the foot than to the knee. And he gets checked here. I wouldn't like to get checked like that. Honestly, if you see like this is going to be right directly on that soft spot that no shin guard seems to cover. Like if you're doing this in sparring and you kick the person in the shin like that, even though you have a shin guard on, it's not going to feel very good because there's a crease right where your shin meets your foot on that front piece of the ankle, right? There's a crease right there. And if you look at here, that's exactly what is contacting his tibia. I can't believe that would be a very enjoyable thing. Although it did move his leg and it kind of looks like it hit the side there now. Let's look slow-mo, slow-mo, slow-mo. Yeah, so that's the first one. And then the second one. Yeah, it's kind of the inside of the instep. I want to see it from a different angle. I would like to see it from the front angle where he's like, the camera is kind of behind Blankowicz. And kick him. Yes, haha, right on my word. But I think it's still the side angle. I don't know why we're always getting the same angle on this kick. And bang. Yeah. So this is a little past the point of impact. Let's see if we can do it again, get the point of impact. It seems to be like it's not the side of the foot like I was showing. So honestly, I didn't study this all that heavily before I made that video. It's just one of my students was like, yo, this dude's kicking with the side of his foot. And I was like, what? That's crazy. Let's talk about it. Again, I got to the same point. But it really looks like it's the instep, the side of the instep. So maybe it's like that bony ankle piece just whipping into the side of the shin. That's got to suck. His head looks really online though. And like the center line is like, he's like this on the kick, right? Like he's like this. I wonder if anybody's ever going to catch him with a straight right hand when he does it. Because he looks like to me, it looks like he's there to be hit. I know Blankowicz's leg is being moved right now, so he's going to have nothing on his cross. But if he was to like sit at the same point, right? Sit and turn the leg out and fire the cross at this, so that the cross would impact at the same time the kick impacts his leg and like meet it. Bro, I think Alex is there to get hit with that cross. Yeah, look at that welt. That is quite the nice little contusion, I think is the word. It's got to be the ankle point hitting it, I swear. Ugh. So that was like the foot. That was all foot. What a weird kick. I love how creative martial arts is, man. Like, people have been doing this for how long, but still, people just come up with things that break the mold all the time. Although, like, it's probably existed somewhere else. Like, I'm sure he's not the first human ever to throw a kick like that. He probably conditions the shit out of his ankle as well, honestly. Because if you condition something good enough, like, you just weaponize that. Like, you can do a lot of things that don't make sense with soft tissues or small bones if you just are willing to deal with the pain of conditioning them heavily for years and years. So maybe he's done a lot of that. He's just been kicking sandbags and tires with his ankle. So if he does get checked, who cares, you know? Chop. Boom. Yeah, that's the instep. So it looks like his leg is turning over, even though like just slightly, like just a little bit. His leg is turning over just a little bit, and he's really hitting with the instep. Man, he's got to condition the crap out of that, because like I've definitely kicked people like that accidentally, and it doesn't feel very good. I feel like there's a lot of like soft tissue there, like a lot of tendons right on that spot, and like there's no padding on your shin guards right there, right? There's a crease. So I've felt pretty bone on bone action, and it's not a fun time, like doing that over and over on purpose, even when you're getting checked. Because look at this, right? Like look at it, look at Jan's leg right now. That's how you would, that's one way that you can check a calf kick, is just to turn the toes out and like put a little bit more weight on your leg. But Pereira doesn't care, bro. That's nuts to me. I want to know like what he's done. Like obviously competing at a high level for years and years and years, when just kicking over and over and over hard things for years and years and years. But I wonder if there's any other type of conditioning that he's done. Like, is he beating that spot with sticks, right? Is he kicking things that are not pads and bags? Like, is he kicking things that are meant to condition that shin? I've seen people kick sandbags. I know like the Thais will kick like that tree. People kick tires. And I think there's definitely efficacy in it. I actually watched recently, there was this video called like Uchi Ryu Karate, and these guys were nuts, bro. They were kicking people in the shin with the tips of their toes, right? And they would condition their toes by taking like a 2x2 stick, like long stick, and just smashing the ends of their toes. Like the dude that was running the class, his toes were flat because he had done that so much, and he does it so he could just toe stab people in the shin. I don't know if it's worth it, but like I think maybe there's better techniques to do. But like it's still pretty cool to see how, if you're willing to take that kind of pain and punishment for that long, you can really weaponize pretty much any part of your body. Like they weaponized their fingertips. It was a very like kill or be killed style of karate. Like it didn't seem like this was something you could ever use in any type of competition. Like they came at you like this, right? Like fingertips, and like they're trying to hit you with like this in the throat, and like the breaking boards with that piece, breaking boards with their fingers. It was crazy, right? And it kind of reminds me of the spot that he's hitting with. Like I don't think anyway that is a structure that is easy to kick something really hard and have it not hurt or malfunction, right? Like I feel like if I did this, what we're seeing right here on this video screen right now, if I kick somebody right there with that part of my ankle, like I would probably limp at least a little bit, even with the adrenaline of a full fight. And this dude is just doing it over and over in this fight and doesn't care. How, Alex? If you know, okay, put it in the comments. But unless you actually know Alex Pereira and like have talked to him about it, you probably don't know, even if you think you know. But if you think you know, drop a comment. Always drop a like, subscribe, notification bell, ding. If you want to fight in MMA like this right now, this is the perfect time to sign up for my Pro Fight Guide. Every single video that I ever release, including the anti-wrestler guide, which is like 70 plus videos. We got the MMA basics course that we're building right now, getting new videos out there every single week. This is my 22 years of MMA experience bottled up in one package. I fought in the UFC. I train elite guys. Ali Wasuk just won the belt. BFL Bantamweight champion. If you want to be like this guy, get into this course right now. You also get access to my private community. You'll be able to talk directly to me. Send me things that you're struggling with. Say you're getting armbarred by everybody, getting smashed by wrestlers, you're getting ground and pounded, whatever the situation is, let me know and I will personally help you. I can send you videos. You can send me your training videos, but I'm not letting too many more people in, so get in now before we close it off forever.